Real Nerds is a proud partner of the Denver Podcast Network. In the shadow of the mountains,
we speak.
You're listening to Denver Orbit, featuring voices.
I'm going to give you an awkwardly long and uncomfortable list of reasons why you shouldn't shave outside.
Stories.
Now, he was very outspoken about the effects of war on himself.
And music from Colorado's creative community. Listen at denverorbit.com or on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, or most other podcast apps.
Oh, hi, podcast listeners. There's many ways you can listen to the Real Nerds podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can also subscribe on Stitcher Radio. You want to send us a Twitter message? You can do that. It's so easy, at Real Nerds. Like us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com, where there'll be a lot of articles for you to not only read, but to listen to our previous shows. You can also call us, 720-6NERDS5. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Georges Genti, and you are listening to Real Nerds Podcasts.
Welcome to Real Nerds Podcast, unofficially the official podcast of Denver Pop Culture Con 2020, celebrating America's birthday with Denver Pop Culture Con. This year it's going to be the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, unusual, of July. Interesting choice.
I think they did that, I think, the second year.
Was it on?
Second or third year. They've done that Independence Day weekend before. So.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll do a nerdtastic fireworks display?
They said there's going to be a huge fireworks display.
Ooh.
So that'll be awesome.
There better be like comic book characters drawn in the sky in fireworks,
Yes.
like in the
They
cartoons.
better have Chris Evans show up.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to bring my copy of Not Another Teen Movie for him to sign.
He'll be like, wow, you're the only one who's brought this up thus far.
There's no way. I think that movie has a big enough cult following that...
You've seen that GIF where they have the clip of him like looking at himself, Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah.
He's got a picture of himself on the wall,
Yeah.
but someone replaced it with America's ass.
Oh, no, I haven't. That's awesome. That is America's ass. Every week on Real Nerds Podcast, we go see a new movie and we podcast our experience to the world. This week, we saw Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Stay tuned to the end of the episode. We will tell you if you should see it, spoil the movie after we play a trailer. But before we get into the show, I'm going to talk about something that we did. Not we. One person did this weekend. I took my kid to... I'm just kidding. Brad,
I was genuinely interested in what you were doing.
You did your 10th 48-hour film festival. How'd it go?
Pretty good. Well, actually, last weekend was a screening. The weekend before that, which I missed, that was the actual filming weekend. And we were almost late, so that part was scary.
Yeah, see, you know what? That's funny because you posted like, I think I'm good. I'm going to get some sleep.
As I was posting, I was like, I feel like this is going to come back and bite me, but, it's the 10th one. We got this. Don't think like that, Brad. Think positive. Everyone's like, think positive, Brad.
Yep.
And sure enough.
What happened? What made it so you almost didn't get it in on time?
Yeah, it was messed up because we actually started, we were able to have someone edit like while we were shooting.
Yeah.
So we were pretty far ahead. And then we stopped filming around 7 o'clock on Saturday, like, the plan was. And then Ryan had his cut ready a couple hours later. And then, I was exhausted and people were telling me like, yeah, go ahead and sleep. You're fine.
Yeah.
And then Ryan like left for a second to go kind of lay down for a second because his cut was done. And I started doing the graphics and I was like, you know what? I can take a few.
I've earned this.
Yeah, an hour or two. Like if I stay up, I'll just hurt the team. And be too exhausted. And then next thing I know, 4 hours later, I'm waking up to Mike and Ryan watching like the next cut, and I guess Ryan fell asleep for another 4 hours too. So,
well,
but it doesn't seem like that much time is lost, especially when like we all expected to sleep at that point. But the other thing was we had a plan to shoot this pickup shot on Sunday. And because of who was supposed to be in it, we kind of scheduled it later for them. And then they ended up not being able to do it. So we had to replace them. And it's like, well, the 2 hours we were sitting around and kind of waiting for that to happen, we could have already done it. But it was a health thing. So, it can't be like, they're not screwing around. It was just,
Well,
it worked
and
out.
that, the way that the movies for that festival are made,
Yeah.
You got to be able to adapt.
Yeah, you have to be able to adapt.
Yeah,
because,
and again, too, like, I was thinking, yeah, we're fine. There's not much to do left. The movie's almost done. We can coast to the end. And about noon, we had our first cut, like, first final thing for Mike to score. So we're feeling really good. And then all of a sudden, just like this time vacuum happened where I started doing these compositing shots of this television in there. And next thing I know, another 4 hours just disappeared, and I had, like, only one of them done. And so, the only thing Mike needs next is all those composites done so that he can do his final thing. And it just got really clogged at the end there. And I think about 6 o'clock, we finally started exporting the final render. And it just reminded us of years ago when we did Thunderbolt. We exported that movie, and it would, like, crash at 99%. And it took, like, an hour to export.
Yeah.
So, we can't afford another hour to do it. So luckily, it exported, it finished, and then all of a sudden, all my USB drives disconnected out of nowhere. Like, it's never happened before on anything I've done. And just like the whole USB connection just ejected itself. And so I had to restart the computer just to get back into everything and copy the file onto a thumb drive. So while that was happening, I already had Mike, our sound guy, like, he was in the garage with his car started, like, ready to back out. And Ryan ran the drive over to him, and I just heard, like, this peel out sound. And he said, like he's in a suburban Arvada neighborhood, and he's like, yeah, Mike just took off like 60 miles an hour down this, like, children playing neighborhood. And he got to the Skylark from Arvada in, I think, 10 minutes. So I'm pretty sure he was doing like 100 on I-70 and then I-25.
And what time did it have to be turned in at?
7:30.
What time did it get turned in at?
7:21.
So it's probably good.
Yeah.
9 minutes to spare.
No, 7:12. Yeah.
Oh.
I got there like 7:21. Yeah. So I wasn't going as fast because I had the backup copy, so it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, like he left at like 6:58. Got there at 7:12 or something. It was nuts.
Nice.
Wow.
So, but other than that, like I also had this side goal of taking all the criteria that they've ever given us, characters, props, lines of dialogue, and writing a script around all those things. And leading up to it, people are like, no, we shouldn't do that. That's crazy. Like, that just sounds like we can barely do the 3 that we get each year. And the week before, I was kind of like looking at the different genres and then just kind of writing little mini plays in my head based on the dialogue. Because the characters, I was like, well, we just throw the first names in there.
Yeah.
And they could be anything. Like, if the occupation isn't the same, who cares?
Yeah.
It's only for us. The props were easy because we still had some of them. And, you just throw in the background and call it good. But some of them we actually worked into, like, they make sense to the story. But the line of dialogue was the hard part. But, I was crafting these, like, little short things of, like, this makes sense if you just change the inflection from, like, the way we said it last time. If you change a little bit, it works. And we got it all in.
Nice.
So
tell us, what is Solve for X about?
Solve for X is a thriller suspense mystery when there is a rumored serial killer in the neighborhood. Suddenly these 4 neighbors find themselves potential victims of their latest trap, and they must assemble all the clues to find the way to escape.
Like Saw.
A little bit like Saw.
or Escape Room, 2019's Escape Room.
Yeah. But there's some twists and turns, and of course, I can't take anything seriously, so it's a little bit of a comedy.
Nice.
And Solve for X just really references...
solve for X. Your whole life you've got...
The Solve for X title has 2 meanings. Obviously, it's like us
10,
solving for what to do for 10, but also, X is a variable, and so, like, when you're solving an equation, what's that missing piece supposed to be?
I like it. Solve for
nice.
X sounds 90s.
And did you get selected for Best of?
We don't know yet. They haven't even announced audience choice yet.
Do you believe you'll be selected for Best of?
It's hard to tell. you know,
Now that you've removed yourself from the product and you've seen it, do you believe that it's a good movie that you've put together?
it's one of the best things we've done. There's a couple of mistakes in it that I think I'll only notice, but for the most part, like for 7 minutes, it moves really fast and it's complex. And I think it's one of the best things we've written, just because it's so dense. Like, not only is there the criteria stuff, but we also managed to like there's subtextual things of, like some of the actors play new versions of the characters they've played before with the same name, if that makes sense. And then like there's other characters that ended up like just randomly, the two characters from Catastrophe, the brother and sister, just magically ended up being brother and sister again, due to a last minute like casting decision. So that was like a cool bonus thing. At one point there's a scary moment and we flash the Thunderbolt strike sound, so there's like little Easter eggs in there. It's incredible, and obviously everyone is like on their game and funny, and but yeah, the competition is pretty tough. Like there was, when you see all the blocks together, usually it's kind of up and down. But block D alone, like I could see any one of those. It was like 11, 12 films. Any one of them could go to the best of, which is usually 12 to 15 films.
Wow.
So, they have a lot to pick. I don't envy anyone trying to select movies this year because it's going to be tough.
Well, congratulations, Brad.
I have a question.
Oh, fuck.
Is it true that now that this is your 10th 48-hour film that you're going to retire?
Am I hanging it up?
Yeah, and just start, writing 48-hour critiques and 48-hour history books and stuff like that,
I don't think I could ever, pretend to be the 48-hour expert without having won it all. So, I don't know. It's not entirely up to me. Like, I like to keep doing it, but I wouldn't want to keep doing it if I couldn't do it with my friends. So if they can't do it, there's less incentive for me to want to. But I'm kind of thinking, because I think one of the things that actually is holding us back is the fact that I'm team leading, directing, and shooting it, and co-editing it. It's probably too much for me at this point. So next year, if we end up doing it, we may have to restructure me only doing one thing.
Right.
So, but
Well, you have another director in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wait. That might be a bad idea.
It's like if someone else directs it, is it an Ibis Visions movie anymore? And then
Why couldn't it be?
Well, because I'd insist that my name would go above
Because
the
it's still
title.
a production by you, right?
yeah, I guess I'm still producing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I at least co-wrote it. Like
Brad
have some-
Pitt, Plan B. I mean, he doesn't direct anything, and it's his
Yeah.
movies.
One of the best things I've ever heard about in terms of like making a film and the process of it is, like, I like the whole possessive, like a film by so-and-so, something like that. But the truth is like, I do like how Kevin Smith does it, where it's just like a View Askew production or just like a Smodco production or wherever, where the whole collective is involved. So theoretically,
Yeah,
the
it's still
collective,
your stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's still you. They know.
It's
who
okay.
it
You can
is.
always, delegate. That's
Yeah.
that's what heads of studios do.
Yeah. And don't worry, my name would only be in small print above the title.
Yeah, because we know it'd be an inferior product.
Yeah.
But also delegating's hard. Like actually, I'm really disappointed in myself in this year. I felt like I really dropped the ball on directing because I was constantly wondering what was in this. Like, hey, can someone read me the script so I can remember where we're at? Because I don't do storyboards. Like, it just takes up too much time.
Sounds like
40
you're
hours.
a normal director doing his normal gig.
But also, the worst part is I got short with people for once. Like,
But here's the thing: is you can't always be liked as a director because you have a job to get done.
that's why people keep coming back because like they have a good time on set.
Do they think they come back because you're so nice or because you put out good product?
Because
Because I would argue, that why people go play for the New England Patriots is not because it's an awesome culture to play in. It's because they create a culture of winning and they create stuff. So
we
at the end,
don't really win though. Like,
but you put. I've been to a few of them, Brad, and your stuff is better than a lot of the stuff that wins because the audience stuff is how many friends can I bring to, the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's how I plan to win.
good, but you have to find a balance. It's just like being a supervisor. You're going to have to be a dick sometimes
Yeah.
because you have to get the shot.
It's also hard to be a dick on a movie where like everyone's required to be there for free. So it's like
Man,
it's tough to pull rank.
Do you guys want to be in this movie or not? Because you know what, I have nobody else who can do it. Just it's tough, but as a director, you got to find that balance. It's just like
Yeah.
being a supervisor for anything.
Dude, we did
Maybe you need a supervising producer.
that actually can
Right.
help with the hierarchy and everything. But,
Actually,
like,
I had Eileen, like she was script supervisor, but she was also basically like my AD, assistant director, and I still was like all over the place, and like she did a great job, but you know, when she was getting really tired, and
Holy shnikes!
that was a lightning strike.
give
Wow.
my creation life.
Am I not supposed to
Holy
be talking
cow.
about this?
No, you're fine.
Wait, did you hear that thunder?
Wow.
Well, Dell just farted.
I knew I'd get my dad on the podcast. I just didn't think it would be this way.
Yeah, no, Eileen kept me in line, but at one point she was so loopy from not sleeping. Like, there was like this wall between the set and where she was, and she was like so close to passing out, and I was just like running her ragged. Just,
Yeah.
like, feed me the line. Like, what happens next? What happens next? And
Well,
I don't know.
Don't feel bad about Brad. Everybody, people expect it, and if you're a supervisor, you got to get stuff done. Especially when you're on a time crunch like that, you got to get it done.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in your shoes feeling that way, and
See, what you guys need to start doing is just be an asshole like me and not care.
See, that's the thing I've learned at the end of the day. Like, you've kind of just got to do what's right in the moment in certain cases, and then just, like, do your best to be on top of it.
Because I can also guarantee you that Steven Spielberg is a really nice dude.
But
I
he's gotta be
guarantee
firm.
But I guarantee you on set, he's probably not that nice.
You've got to be firm. You've got to.
Yeah, you have a vision. You got to get it done.
Yeah.
And if they're not going to do it, then sometimes you got to crack the whip.
I feel like
And-
at this point, everyone's just like, yes, Mr. Spielberg. Absolutely, Mr. Spielberg. Anything you say, Mr. Spielberg.
Well, you've done 10 of these, so they should say, yes, Mr. Haig. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's going to be a balance and whatnot. And if somebody didn't like the way, you performed on set and whatnot, I'm sure there are like 9 other people who did enjoy it, and we'll keep working with you.
And they're all your friends. So
Yeah,
it-
exactly.
like if I was working on something with you and you yelled at me, I'd be like, all right, sorry. Because it's like, as an actor, I know that I do that. And so sometimes you have to be told what to do.
And
That's
that can
all right.
also tell you what level people are committed to the project.
Yeah.
If they're going to make a fuss like that, then they weren't committed to the project in the first place.
And then you cast them as extras in the background.
yeah, this is hard for me to like expect them to be committed because, like, oh yeah, you're here for free. Like,
Well,
just
they're already committed because they said they do it with you, right?
Yeah.
So
And they have the same passion involved. that
yeah,
you
it's
do.
all a passion, and so they know that the end product that you put out is great. So
I've only paid one actor thus far in the films that I've made. I've only paid one actor to be in the movie.
yeah,
Everybody else has done it for free, and
Well,
there's tensions, but it all works out at the
Yeah.
end.
you're not allowed to pay people for the 48. So
Well, that's true.
So then they know that too. So you got to get it done. Anyways,
Yeah.
I rescued a cat today. That's why my hand's all messed up.
Woo.
wow,
True
I
story.
thought you would just let it go.
No,
Your
it's
dog,
these people called and their cat got behind, so their wall cornered, and they had a hot water heater, and the cat jumped behind there, and he got stuck. So I moved the hot water heater a little bit. I was like, man, maybe if I can just move it a little bit, he'll be able to like scoot out. But when I moved it forward a little bit, he slid further down, and he put his paw. I was going. Meow, meow. So I said, I got an idea. I said, hand me a towel. So I held the hot water heater and I pulled it back a little bit. I dropped the towel down there, and he jumped on and started climbing up.
Nice.
And I'm holding the hot water here, and he's climbing. Like, oh fuck, he's getting to the top. And he takes his claws and goes wham right into my hand. I'm like, fuck. And so I pulled him out, and the people were.
Why is the owner incapable of doing this?
I don't know. Sometimes you just need someone to be there, and
They threw their cat back there just to get you to come out because they like you.
yeah, and they were as excited as when I saved the baby's life. So cat baby is it's kind of
It's all on the same page.
Yeah, they're equal.
yeah. So yep, that's why my hand's all messed up today.
Nice.
Yep.
It's nice of you.
Yeah,
Did they allow
did
you
all.
to name the cat after you or something like that? in honor of it?
No, they allowed me not to throw it in the street, so it was a win-win.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Just kidding.
And while that was happening, 2 people were gunned down
Yeah.
on Main Street.
Yeah,
Oh God.
murders in a small mountain town because the police were busy rescuing a cat. But no, I was actually stoked because I was like, man, is this cat going to be smart enough to know if I put this down here? And it wasn't even, it was like a second. He jumped on because I think he realized he was fucked.
Yeah.
And then, the survival instinct kicks in. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, that's what I did today.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
arrested people. but-
Filmmakers, cat savers.
Yeah.
I need to do something with my
Yeah.
fucking life.
Do something with your life.
Ryan Frost, the cat rescuer.
So yeah, Brad, are you up for going around town to tell us what's happening around town,
I'll do
or
my
you don't,
best.
or you have no idea what's going on around town?
I do. I know what's going
All
on.
right, cool. Let's go around town. He might be tired, but he's still gonna take his moped, driving down Colfax, not giving a damn. Don't fall asleep and hit the wall and the mine.
I just realized doing an invisible guitar didn't work if I didn't make the sound with it. So
Yeah, this is
next
a
time I will.
podcast.
Yeah, next time I will. Still, that was a fun image. I wish we had recorded it.
Hey, film buddies, follow me around Denver.
Wow. Okay. Let's see. The drive-in. They are, I think, through August 15th, which is how many more days? 3,
2?
2. They're doing The Lion King, Toy Story 4, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm hoping they extend it out another fucking week, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
I want to do that.
I think it's only been that way for 1 week, so
Yeah.
they might.
That's super late for that movie.
Yeah, but they've had Lion King and Toy Story 4 for 4 weeks
They're
now.
still raking in money.
Yeah. So there's that, and then the Midnight at the Esquire this week is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh,
So I'm gonna check that out
what day is that?
Friday and Saturday. The 16th and 17th.
I'm thinking if I can work that into my schedule.
Hmm.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
And then, of course, later in September, the tickets are already on sale, but Tommy Wiseau is coming to present The Room.
Oh, good. I need to do some underwear shopping.
Yeah, so
Yeah, don't care about that. In 2 weeks, I'll be seeing Cary Grant at the Chez Artistes.
Hell yeah, dude! It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be a bunch of old people and then me and Ryan.
It's gonna happen.
making out.
No,
Fucking A. I mean, nope. Can I touch the screen while Cary Grant's on the screen?
I mean, the screens are low there. You probably could go touch the screen.
Probably.
I think you might cause a scene, but nobody's gonna be able enough to get up and stop
Maybe Hanger
you.
probably gets high as his dick.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was the best scene in North by Northwest where Cary Grant just whips his dick out.
Mm-hmm. And that's why the crop duster chases him.
Yep.
Does that guy have his fucking dick out?
I'm gonna drop this poison on him.
Cut. Carrie, why did you whip your penis out?
I was giving the people what they wanted.
Okay, that's not going to work. I'm just going to go make a movie about a man who butchers people in a shower now.
Get your dick out of my cornfield.
And that corn cob out of your ass. Can't believe I said that about Cary
James
Grant.
Mason's in the corner going
No,
like,
he's
well,
dead.
this is all very interesting. I fucked that one up. Anyway, that
And
was
also
fun.
looking ahead, September 12th is the best of the 48 at the Mayan. So I don't know if I'm going to be
September 12th?
September 12th. Yeah, so it's not that far away. I'm going to go regardless if our team gets in or not. So and you should too because it's a good program. They'll be
How much will it be to get in?
probably $12.
Fuck.
Yeah.
The price of a normal movie ticket.
Yeah, but
And you get to see
Wait, where
15
does that money
more-
go
no?
to?
Probably the theater rental. I mean, it's expensive, and then
goes the Illuminati.
I was thinking, I'm like, is there no prize money for the winner?
I mean, you get to go to Filmapalooza, which I don't know what city it's in this year.
Do they pay for you to go out there?
No.
So where does all the money go that you guys register with?
Well, it probably goes to the
Pay
film-
for the next year's.
That's your
festivities.
best of screening, then the Filmapalooza screening, then the Cannes screening for the winners.
Yeah, but this is sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Theater rentals are expensive.
Except it's not shaped exactly like a pyramid. We're still trying to figure out the shape.
So yeah.
Cool. Anything else going on around town that you could tell us about?
Not that my brain can remember. We should just see what Corinne has in store for us this week.
Yep. This is Catching the Classics with Corinne.
Hey nerds, Corinne here for part 22 of Catching the Classics, where I watch famous and popular movies I've never seen before and send in my review. This week I tackled Top Gun. Y'all are gonna hate me. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't really a big fan of this movie. I will say, so a little bit of context. number one, I knew some stuff going into the movie. Obviously, I know it's about fighter pilots, although I thought they were Air Force, but nope, they're in the Navy. And I knew about the volleyball scene. I knew Goose died. I knew Tom Cruise's character has this, like, weird romance with a lady. Knew there were a bunch of, like, weird, like, homoerotic sex jokes in the movie, that they play Highway to the Danger Zone 3 different times. So, essentially, I knew, if you've ever seen the Honest trailer for Top Gun, which if you haven't, you should go check that out. But that's basically what I knew about this movie. And then, so on top of that, one of the reasons I did it was with the sequel being announced and, you know, the trailer for that being released, it was kind of in conversation with a lot of people for some reason. So I had at least 3 different people blast me over the past month for never having seen this movie. So I was like, shut up. I will watch it. And I did. And I think they hyped it up so much that it could have never lived up to the hype, much like The Godfather. So just keep that in mind as we're going into it. Okay, so yeah, was not a big fan of this movie. What are the good things about it I can say? I thought the acting was fine. There were some shots that I thought were really well composed. I liked the score for the movie. The soundtrack, as I said, they do play Danger Zone 3 different times. They also played Take My Breath Away seemingly constantly, and I'm like, oh my gosh, please shut up. I hate that song. So that's a personal thing for me. There were definitely some sequences where, you know, I was like, there was adrenaline and it was like exciting and I was like, oh yeah, like what are they gonna do? Oh my gosh, and then that thing's happening. Oh, so there were definitely scenes that I was invested in, especially at the end. And basically any scene where they're flying, I was definitely like, okay, this is actually really exciting. But then anytime they weren't flying, oh man, yeah, this movie has like some serious pacing problems, writing problems, editing problems. So I guess what I mean by that is, so spoilers, Goose dies 2/3 of the way into the movie. And I do not think that it is treated very well. I feel like his death is very abrupt, and that might be a purposeful thing, that they might want it to feel kind of jarring and like, you know, like, oh my gosh, like all of a sudden he's dead. And maybe that's just because they don't frickin' telegraph it like seemingly everybody does nowadays with character deaths. But I mean, it really just, it felt like it didn't land quite well. Like, almost like it was just, yeah, like that whole scene where they eject out of the plane and Goose dies because he hits the canopy on his way out. And then they get rescued, and it was all handled so weirdly. And overall, that whole last act of the movie where Tom Cruise's character Maverick is having confidence issues, as somebody in the movie put it, and it's like, oh my gosh, his best friend, and as he said earlier in the movie, only family member died, and you're just supposed to act like he's like, oh, he's just like lost his mojo or something. This movie does not handle like military related trauma, PTSD, loss, bereavement, like any of that stuff. And it's just, I felt like the whole thing was not handled very well. It's not handled well at the beginning with Cougar, when he gets scared and he, you know, freezes up in the cockpit and they have to like help guide him down. And that was really the only part of Maverick's character that I actually really liked, was that he did seem to be aware and compassionate and like was willing to disobey orders to help his teammate, fellow pilot, I guess. So that was maybe the best thing about him that I can say, because otherwise his character was just such a prick. And he goes from being like 100% of a prick to maybe 70% of a prick by the end of the movie. I mean, yeah, it's like, okay, I guess he grew and he learned, but not as much as I would have wanted him to, I guess. I did think of it later, but it kind of reminds me of Tony Stark's arc in Iron Man, the first Iron Man movie, where he goes from being this like selfish, self-absorbed, asshole who's just like so far up his own genius and who has this like ginormous like father-sized chip on his shoulder, and he's constantly trying to prove it to everybody that he's the best because he also thinks that he's the best. But I like how Iron Man executes Tony Stark's arc better than how this movie executes Maverick's arc. Because the majority of Maverick's character development doesn't come until the last 40-ish minutes of the movie. And Tony Stark, I feel like you see him grow pretty much from like the first 15 minutes in. Like his world is just turned upside down. And I think it's because instead of with Maverick, you have like the kind of quote defining trauma, if I can use that term, of at least the story of his that we see in the movie is at the end. And then for Tony, it's at the beginning. So maybe that's just, I don't know. But yeah, I think this movie has some serious issues. I don't think that it dates itself very well with the whole love story. I guess it's not as bad as it is in some older movies, like 16 Candles, for instance, but the fact that his teacher falls for him, and I didn't really see any chemistry between them. She's just like, I've fallen for you. And I'm like, why? I guess she likes bad boys. Is that it? Like, he's good looking and he's suave and he acts like just a total ass. And somehow that turns you on. I don't know. It's so stupid. It's like, everybody go read my thing about rom-coms and how it's like, oh, just because they're two attractive people and they're the main characters, all of a sudden the movie just has to have them end up together. Anyway. So I did like the sequences where they were flying, and I know that they were probably limited on the actual footage they could use, but I felt like I could not follow the action half the time. And like they were reusing footage and the cuts were like super quick. I couldn't tell who was who was doing what, who was going where half the time. And again, that might be a deliberate choice, because maybe they want you to feel like you're in the thick of it and you don't know what's going on and everything's happening so fast. And it's kind of like what Tom Cruise's character Maverick says of, you don't, in the air, you do not have time to think. You just have to react. And so maybe it's kind of channeling that a little bit, but I really would have appreciated some longer shots and kind of give me an idea of who is where in relation to whom, how far apart are they, all this kind of stuff. I feel like I have a lot I can say about this movie. I just want to make sure that I've covered everything that I mentioned. Yeah, I think the editing was weird. The pacing is weird because, again, it goes from this, like, really awesome, like, adrenaline-filled action, flying scenes to, oh, they're just talking, and Maverick's getting his butt chewed out again. And he keeps telling Goose, like, oh, it won't happen again. I'm like, bullshit. We all know that the minute, he's just so absorbed in the competition, whether it's, the literal one between him and his Top Gun classmates, or the figurative one between him and the ghost of his father, whatever, that, he's just so absorbed in the competition that he can't see clearly enough to make good decisions, I guess. But, whatever. It's like, oh, he learned his lesson. Don't leave his wingman. And yeah, I'm sorry. Just wasn't really a fan. I think a lot of the things that this movie does or attempts to do are done better in other movies. Like I said, I think you could just watch Iron Man and see a similar arc done better. Or you could go watch Porco Rosso. Maybe it's just because I, finished doing the Miyazaki movies, but I was like, wow, this movie is kind of similar to Top Gun, except that everything in Porco Rosso, like, they do the same thing but better, seemingly. I mean, obviously the setup is very different, but a lot of, like, the themes and the conflicts are similar, so anyway. Everybody just go watch Iron Man and Porco Rosso instead. Skip Top Gun. I know it's like a cult classic, not like a cult classic, but it's just a classic movie by, like, cultural norms nowadays. But I'm sorry, I'm not really into it. I don't think I'm, like, the target audience for it either, so I say that with full knowledge that I don't really care. And maybe that's okay, because I'm not supposed to. I'm trying to debate whether I should give it 2.5 or 3 stars. I don't know. Maybe 3, because I gave, like, Scarface 3 stars. And I would be more willing to watch this again than to watch Scarface. So, yeah, okay. I'll give it 3 stars. I had been telling everybody else 2.5 earlier, but I'll give it 3. But just know, it's like a low 3. Anyway. Alright, so for my next one, so we did Dr. Zhivago, that was a drama. We did this, it's an action movie. I'm thinking next, I want to do like a comedy. So, if the nerds are willing, I will let you, the listeners, choose. Hopefully, like, posting it on social media, there will be, like, some polls up. And hopefully you guys can choose on whether I watch 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Is that what it's called? 4 Weddings and a Funeral? 3 Weddings and a Funeral? Something like that. Or Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. So one of those you can choose. And I will watch it. Okay. Hope you all had fun at the movie this week. And I'll talk to you next time with one of those 2 comedies. Bye!
So, Corinne, you're totally wrong about Top Gun. There's no editing issues or pacing issues with it. It was just a kick-ass American movie where they were inverted and gave the Russians the bird.
Oh my God, Ryan, calm down.
I'm gonna fucking kill
okay.
someone!
Ryan, put down the bat. Put down the bat. It's all good.
What if I told you I still haven't seen it?
Well, then you have no right to say anything, and you're stupid.
What if you've run to it? The whole thing.
I mean, I don't know why you can't just hang with the boys and
I not only did that, I sweated with them, man.
Yeah.
I did the whole damn thing.
I know.
I don't get the editing thing. That's the only thing that movie's pretty well edited for an 1986, right?
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, I think the jet fighting scenes alone, are some of the best edited scenes. Did it win the Oscar for best editing?
I don't know about that.
I'm gonna look. You keep talking.
Do you want to hear about my Weird Al story while we're waiting?
Yeah, that's a great
why don't you
picture.
tell us about the
Finally,
Weird
have a
Al
good
story?
Weird Al picture. Fuck.
Yeah, well, they did professional photos this year, so I was able to download a digital copy of it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. That's the story. Goodbye.
Hey, movie news happens throughout the week in a segment we call Movie News because we're not creative.
It's real news.
Brad is, but
I know,
not
but
today.
after 9 years of this podcast, you think we've figured it out by now? And
Well, I mean, it is really real news.
Yeah, we got the real pun.
Yeah. That's not really funny.
I'd say we accomplished more than we expected to. And
No, did you see the tweet from some lady who randomly was driving through Louisiana listening to our podcast?
No.
No.
Yeah. some lady stuck a traffic jam. She said, this is getting me through a traffic jam in Louisiana. And I was like, oh, this must be someone that likes us. And I went back, and she didn't follow us or anything, so she found us on her own.
And she just tweeted us to tell us that?
Yep. Cool. So that was
Cool.
very nice of her. And she's some marketing director, so thanks.
Man, all those Louisiana jokes I made in the past. Oof. Yeah, we're going to lose her very quickly.
Yeah,
as
we
a
were pretty
listener.
rough on the South.
I know. Oh, they should build better levees. And hey, we're not rough on them. God is.
Anyway, real news is
You don't believe in God.
Don't I?
we got some trailers.
That's actually a joke from Michael Ian Black. He's talking about how he's in New Orleans, and he's talking about how people are assholes. And he said, because even victims can be assholes. And after a show, some lady comes up to him and says, hey, I'm sorry about everybody else, y'all, because that's how they talk down there. And he said, hey, I don't hate New Orleans, but God does. That's a funny
Wow.
joke. You should listen to Michael Ian Black. He's really funny.
Watch The State. I like The State a lot.
Anyways, I'm done being an asshole.
No, you're all good.
Except to Corinne.
3 stars, Corinne. Yeah, he's never going to let you.
No, you give Top Gun the same score as Scarface, we have problems.
Yeah, that's where I'm a little confused. But anyway,
Hey, you know what? Whatever.
Movies are interpretive art form.
Yep, moving on.
Anyway, speaking of trailers for movies, we got trailers. First up, we got the Little Women trailer from Greta Gerwig, who did Lady Bird.
Was there a Little Women last year?
That was something completely different.
It was. Corinne is a big fan of
She had it on like her
adaptations of Little Women, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, she had this one. Like the one from last year was like some kind of modern day interpretation about people writing Little Women or something
But
like that.
who directed that? Because I thought that was Greta Gerwig.
No, whatever. This one's by Greta Gerwig, and it's period appropriate, and it has Saoirse Ronan, Timothy Chalamet, Bob Odenkirk, Emma Watson.
Okay, I'm in with Bob Odenkirk.
Meryl Streep, Laura Dern, Florence Pugh.
Nope.
That's
I'm out again.
You're out? You don't like Meryl Streep?
Nope.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
I was gonna be like, you don't like Mary Poppins Returns? She's in that thing.
She is. It doesn't mean I have to like her in it.
That's true.
She's not Mary Poppins.
Yeah. She's no fucking Emily Blunt.
She's not Michael Rourke, Michael Rooker, because he's Mary Poppins, y'all. Trailer looks fun. It looks like Little Women, but done with Greta Gerwig's kind of style interpretation. I like Lady Bird a lot, so I will check it out.
She's fun.
We also got a trailer for what I think is. I don't know if this is going to be Eddie Murphy's return to My Good Graces. It's Dolomite Is My Name, which is actually written by Scott Alexander and Larry Karaszewski, the guys who did Ed Wood and People vs. Larry Flint. Trailer looks fun.
It's weird. I like watching it. I was like, this just seems like Black Dynamite, but Black Dynamite is a parody of that. So
yeah. So
I want Eddie Murphy to be fun again.
He looks fun in the trailer. And again, Alexander and Karaszewski being behind it tells me it'll be a lot of fun because Ed Wood, Man on the Moon, People vs. Larry Flint. I'm actually a fan of their OJ miniseries, so I'm more than willing to check this out. It's kind of weird, actually. They said it's going to be coming to select theaters, which I'm like, what? This doesn't seem like a similar situation to Scorsese, where you want to give it a theatrical release. This might be.
Maybe they have faith in it.
That's true. You never know. Hey, Ryan, you like Friends, and I gave you some Friends news last week.
I know. There's some big news this week.
I know. Well, maybe. Well, I don't know if it's the same. Maybe it is.
Could there be any more shows they're showing in the theater?
That's exactly what it is. September 23rd, 28th, and October 2nd. Friends 25th, the one with the anniversary, will be in theaters from Fathom Events. On the 23rd, they're going to show Pilot Redo. The one with the blackout, the one with the birth, the one where Ross finds out.
Those are all from season 1.
Mm-hmm. September 28th, the one with the prom video.
Season 2.
Yep, that's where Rachel finds out that Ross liked her, and it makes me cry.
It does. It's a great episode.
The one where no one's ready.
That's a funny one.
That's
a bottle episode.
Mm-hmm. The one with the morning after. The one with the embryos, and then October 2nd, you get the one with Chandler in a box.
I love that episode too.
The one with Ross's wedding part 2. The one where everyone finds out, and the one where Ross got high.
That one's great.
Yep.
Yeah, I love Friends.
Yep. And it said they'll this will all be remastered in 4K from the 35mm that they shot the show on.
Yep.
So yeah, if you are a Friends fan, go check that out. That sounds like a lot of fun. I might even go to one night because I haven't watched Friends in a long time, and that might be a fun.
Yeah,
little
I think the
reminder.
second night sounds like the strongest episodes. But
Which ones have the monkey in it? That's all I care about.
first season.
Yeah, but I don't think,
think those ones. He might be in the one where no one's ready. I can't remember. No,
Yeah.
because that's season 2. He is not in that one.
I love that Brad's like attention span with Friends is where's the monkey? Like,
The one with Chandler in the box is amazing because he falls in love with this girl and he acts inside of like a big box because he's showing Joey how much he loves him because Joey started dating the girl first. And, yep, it's good. Heartfelt.
And just wait, in a couple more years, we will get the Joey retrospective, which will be.
Actually, I
playing
don't think the show
in
was that
December.
bad.
I liked it too, but
Well, it's
it
no
didn't
Friends.
last long enough.
No, 2
unfortunately.
seasons?
Yeah, I thought it was only one.
I think it's 2. I have the season 1 on DVD.
Shoot, I'll have to find out. I haven't had to think about it for a while.
What if that is even worth anything?
Let's see here. Tom Hardy will reunite with Michelle Williams for Venom 2. In other news, guys, they're making a Venom movie and a sequel to a Venom movie, and both have Tom Hardy in them. So, just throwing that out there for that old joke. This is my favorite news of the week. Remember MoviePass? And how we used to give them shit all the time and how we wondered how they were able to keep up with the things they were keeping up with. This might be a little bit of a clue. MoviePass changed some user passwords on purpose so that they couldn't use the service during Mission Impossible Fallout.
messed up.
That is incredibly
I wonder if you
messed
can
up.
sue for that.
I'm sure you
It's
can.
gotta be a
can.
breach of contract.
And you know what? If you get one of those class action lawsuit things in the mail saying, like, you're part of a class action lawsuit, like, just take that check and run, man.
Really? I got a few of those for things. I never take advantage of them.
Oh,
So
well.
I'm like, it's probably like $1.
Hey, it's still $1. Justice has been served when you do that.
Probably spend money trying to get that $1.
It would be worth it, I suppose. Let's see. Annapurna, the film company that Megan Ellison runs, their most recent putouts were Detroit, Vice. They are in the midst of bankruptcy, and part of it is because they've been doing things on
Put
their
out better movies.
they've been doing things on their own and have not been partnering with other studios that can shoulder a lot of burden. They were putting out films earlier such as Zero Dark 30, The Master, Spike Jonze's Her, and then they splintered off and started doing their own stuff, and they've put out good stuff. It just hasn't been working at the box office. So it's not like they put out Missing Link, which is a really good film from this year, but nobody did go. And also If Beale Street Could Talk. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it sucks because that's a company that's making interesting films. It's just no one's going. And it looks like even more films will not be made from Disney via their Fox acquisition. It seems like they're pulling back very hard after the results of Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix apparently lost them over $200 million from the box office results of that. So it seems like we're going to be pulling back a lot. There's apparently I don't know if it's a rumor mill. It's just a confirmation that there was a screening of Jojo Rabbit, and apparently a bunch of executives are nervous because Disney's not known for putting out films like Jojo Rabbit, which is not.
Released it under Touchstone.
I meant, what
No, they're
families are
releasing it-
following Jojo Rabbit.
They're still doing it under Fox Searchlight.
Yeah.
It's just that it seems like they're trying to figure out how to work with the slate of films that they've been handed.
Just keep it an indie release,
Yeah.
and
Do a platform release like they do with indie stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Jojo Rabbit. So and this is something that I
I'm Hitler. So what? That's my Corgan Hitler blend.
It Chapter 2 is coming out in about a month now.
Like 2 weeks.
And Machete confirmed that they had to de-age the actors who played the kids for their reshoots, which, sure.
Well, I mean,
In
when
other
you're
news,
that age,
yeah.
you're gonna
Apparently, like one of
fur
the
where there was no more fur.
I saw a trailer last night of it that I hadn't seen before.
Yeah, me
It
too.
looked dope.
apparently they said
It's
one of
awesome.
the kids like had a growth spurt within the year between the release of the first one and now. So that makes perfect sense. And then the last piece of news that I have here is that we had a death we had the death of one Barbara March, who played Lursa. One of the
Wow,
two
you're really stumbling through this, buddy.
Sorry, one of the two twins, Klingon twins from Redemption and Redemption Part 2 and Next Gen.
Generations.
Yeah, Star Trek Generations. Her and her sister Bebetor were trying to overthrow trying to make sure I remember this, they're trying to overthrow and gain control of the Klingon Empire from not Tony Todd. The one that
Probably
Tony
Gowron.
Gowron, yes. So, but she was like in her 60s. And I sorry, this news just came up to me, so I'm just trying to. 65 years old, she will be missed. That she and the gal who played her sister are really creepy on that show, and they get blown to shit in Generations. They get blown
she
right
just
to fuck.
died.
If I find out that Malcolm McDowell actually killed her in real life, it will be very disappointing in my head because I'm reading Cancer, and that's sad. Anyway, that's news.
Blu-rays came out today, and we're going to tell you about them.
DVD releases and Blu-rays. This is the first time, well, not the first time that we've ever done a today release, but I do want to point out you can get a new alternate steelbook cover of Halloween from 2018 in 4K.
Drawn by Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, and it looks good. I just don't know if I
There's no
want
reason to get it.
Yeah,
I saw one today, too. I was bummed
Really?
about it. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I want that.
Like the original Saw or Jigsaw?
No, the 8-disc collection.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think bought last year for $12, but it's $28.
Yeah.
I like
It's a steelbook,
I
so.
like the slipcover one though. That
Yeah,
one looks
that's
nifty.
I'll wait for 4K.
But anyway, no. Today, you can get the biggest movie of 2019
Of all time.
Of all time, beat out Blue Cat bullshit. You can pick up Avengers Endgame on Blu-ray, 4K, Steelbook, Target limited edition, FYE exclusive. I'm sure they're all there. You can pick those up right now today. You can also get for the first time on 4K Iron Man, Thor, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, and Thor the Dark World. All of those also have a limited edition steelbook at Best Buy. You can pick those up.
And I did.
In other
I
news,
only got
Marvel owns
Iron
my soul.
Man today because like man, I have a family and I have to pay for back to school stuff. I seriously sat there and debated. I was like, man, I should get more. But then I go, but if I'm already spending $70 on Endgame and Iron Man, I was like, I can't get any more. My wife, I'll be sleeping with my steelbooks on our patio. So I'm playing the game that I got the first Iron Man, and I'm hoping the other ones will still be there.
Just imagine that happening to you in your Iron Man PJs.
I mean, they still have plenty of the Captain America ones on the
Yeah.
shelf, so hopefully they've
Yeah.
produced enough.
Yeah, but I kind of like the cover for the Target exclusive, but it's not the one I'm going to get. So
I actually like the regular art, like for
Yeah.
the non-steelbook, but I've already committed to steelbook.
Well,
so.
I like the steelbook because Spider-Man's on it. He's on the back, which I found out today.
Yeah, the inside has Robert Downey Jr. and Scarlett Johansson because they died.
in memory of.
Yeah.
But that's
I love
not
it 3000.
But you know what? That's not the only big thing Disney's putting out on Blu-ray today, guys. Because you can get a classic film from 1979 called The Black Hole on Blu-ray through the Disney Movie Club. In other news, no, I've not seen this movie, but I know it's a Star Wars ripoff, and I want to see it bad. And it's got Anthony Perkins in it. Anthony Perkins, Psycho in space. It's not going to be that because it's Disney.
So thanks to today, I have like 5,000 Disney Movie Rewards
Nice.
points. And
It's time for D23.
is it worth it?
Yeah, they send you a bunch of, like, the magazines are super nice, and they send you, I mean, you can use it to get discounts and things. I mean,
And you apparently get screening passes with that
yeah,
stuff.
you do
so.
get screening passes. I saw,
Like, have you taken advantage of any of them?
yeah, I saw,
'Cause they
not
usually-
Mary Poppins. What came out in
Christopher Robin?
Christopher Robin?
Oh. 'Cause I
And-
usually get the posters, but they didn't release an Avengers like they had a
Yeah.
preview poster, but they didn't do like the cool one.
Yeah, so they'll send you links, and it's only D23 members. So when I went and saw Christopher Robin, there was 12 people in the theater.
And do you get any swag while you're there?
No.
Hmm.
But, you know, the magazines are really nice. Like they send them in like vinyl size cardboard, so they can't get folded up, and they put them in protective sleeves because it has artwork. And I got one. The Captain Marvel one's awesome because the first half is Captain Marvel, And then the other half is like Donald Duck, the first 80 years, and so it has a lot of like character drawings and
I want to
designs.
see that Donald Duck.
Yeah, I'll bring it in.
Oh,
It's-
gosh.
Wish they had the movie standees and stuff because I
Yeah.
got that Wally that one time.
They totally got rid of all the unique stuff because I have a Mickey and Minnie like statuette,
Oh yeah,
and they don't do that stuff anymore.
yeah, that's too bad. Also, on the Avengers releases, you didn't mention there's a 4 collection steelbook of
Yeah.
just
It's
the
a cool,
Avengers
it's a
releases
cool
yeah.
box, yeah.
in
It's
a
like
tin.
it's like
Yeah.
$150 on.
Well, I mean, yeah, so
that's
it's
fine.
Yeah, it's 4, and they're at 35. Yeah, that's about right.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
So it's like another like $5 for the
I
packaging's cool.
I
Yeah.
don't have Disney's Marvel's The Avengers and Disney's Marvel's Avengers Age of Ultron on Steelbook.
It's probably a
So-
smart thing for you then.
So I could just give my brother-in-law the Steelbook of Infinity War and clear myself out. But that's money I don't have. You know, if I did have money, though, I probably would also spend the extra on Vice Squad from Scream Factory. I have no idea what this movie
Yeah,
is.
I saw a trailer for it, and I couldn't even tell you what it's about.
I'm sure it's insane because the poster looks insane, and the poster's not even telling me much. Also from Scream Factory, you can get a Steelbook of Galaxy of Terror, which I have no idea what that is. Ryan, any?
Nope.
No?
I'm out.
And Forbidden World. You can pick those up on Steelbook. Hey, relevant to my interests, Kino Lorber is putting out 2 of Hitchcock's early talkie films, Blackmail and Murder. You can get those on Kino Lorber Blu-ray. I already have those on a wish list that I'll eventually press purchase on. Warner Archive is putting out Wagon Master from 1950, a lovely Western that
Who's in that?
I don't remember.
Sounds familiar. I just can't picture it in my head.
I'm gonna take a guess and say, oh yeah, it's John Ford. So,
it sounds like a John Ford
but
one.
it's got Ben Johnson, Joanne Drew, Harry Carey Jr., Ward Bond, Charlie Kemper. So yeah,
Nice.
it's a Mormon wagon train headed for Utah, led by Elder Wiggs, hooks up with 2 horse traders, Travis Blue and Sandy Owens. I want my new name to be Travis Blue, guys. But yeah, you can get Wagon Master from Warner Archive. And Kino Lorber is also putting out Port of Shadows from 1938. That's not a film I'm familiar with, so maybe somebody can let me know how that is. Warner Archive is also putting out Moonfleet. I have no idea what this is. George of the Jungle from 1997 is getting a Disney Blu-ray release. So if you like Brendan Fraser swinging around on vines, check that out. And some VHS slipcover style releases of Roxanne and The New Girl or The New Kid. So you can check that out. And last but not least, my favorite release of the week is Universal finally answered all my annoying / threatening mail letters and is putting out Radioland Murders on Blu-ray. This is a wonderful film. One of the last great things that George Lucas ever did in his life was write the initial story and executive produce this film, directed by Mel Stewart. You can check that out. Stephen Tobolowsky plays one of the greatest villains in cinematic history because he tries to bring down an institution. Anyway, that's Blu-rays.
Yeah, I was supposed to get True Believer, which is a Robert Downey Jr. movie I haven't seen with James Woods.
I don't see that on here.
Yeah, I know. I just got an email today. They pushed it to the 23rd.
Here we go. Ooh. They did a lot of movies I'm not aware of together.
Yeah, they pushed it to the 23rd or something. I don't know. I just got an email and went on my way here about it.
I swear, like, when I looked up, like, during the Ultron, like, gearing up to Ultron releasing, I was like, oh, yeah, they were in Less Than Zero together. And then I look at them like,
Tough.
wow, they were in at least 3 films. Jesus. But anyway, yeah, that's Blu-rays.
We watch movies throughout the week in a segment we call We Watch Movies.
So, yeah, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Brad, were you able to watch anything this week?
I had 2 weeks actually, so yeah, I got some stuff to talk to you about. Let's start with I finally saw The Monster Squad
Oh,
for
nice.
the first time.
It changed your life, didn't it?
Meh. It's fine.
Ryan, can I throw him out of my house?
What is this? Is this like Troll Ryan Day?
It's fun.
I'm
It
gonna-
shouldn't. Why?
Well, there's the part where they're like, I'm trying to how to say it. Like, there's some dated dialogue early on.
Yeah.
That's a little rough.
Yeah, but kids still talk like that. I work in a school.
The Goonies is worse with that language.
I haven't seen the Goonies in a while either. I don't know. It's weird because like that was like the only movie.
But that man offers them pie, and then they eat pie, and then he teaches them a valuable lesson about not judging books by their cover.
Exactly,
and then also like at the end, they have to find a virgin to sacrifice, but they're all girls. Like, why can't it be any one of the kids that are in the Monster Squad?
Because none of them
unless
wants
they're all
to
not
die.
No, because that's part of the
These kids
thing. It
molested
has
or
to be.
something?
No, it has to be women.
I didn't hear like
It's at the beginning. It's like a virgin girl.
I didn't hear the girl part, so
Yeah.
I was just sitting there going, they're like,
I mean,
it could be any one of
Rick,
these
but he
kids.
doesn't count. Doesn't count.
yeah. I mean, it was fun. It's
Just rewatched that movie 3 weeks ago. I fucking love that movie.
That's an awesome movie.
And I did think it was really funny when Dracula just rolls up to their treehouse and just throws dynamite in it and drives away. Like, what is this movie?
Exactly.
Like, he knows they're not even in there. He just blows up their treehouse.
I just love when Frankenstein's monster
Bogus.
goes up to the little girl, and then the little girl's trying to introduce Frankenstein's monster to them, and she's like, "Come on, you guys, don't be chicken shit."
Yeah. And I was unclear, like, why he... Because, like, there's a scene right before that where Dracula's like, hey, Frankenstein, go kill these kids. And then, like, he just meets the little girl. Like, he's years and years old, right? Like, it should be the first time he's, like, seen a little girl.
But he's...
Well, it's a play on the Frankenstein from James Wells' Frankenstein.
Where he's essentially, like, he's a kid. Like,
Yeah,
he's a confused child.
He's not really a bad guy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Society made him that way, Brad. Society made him a murderer.
It made it seem like Dracula, Frankenstein, and Wolfman, and like they'd all had like a long history of trying to kill humans.
Dracula's the only one that does that by choice.
Yeah.
And everyone just like reluctantly follows. Like the Mummy seems really into it.
Yeah.
Well,
but the
yeah, I
Wolfman
guess the Mummy.
and Frankenstein.
Well,
seem
the
reluctant.
Wolfman's a normal dude until he... I mean, I think the werewolf transformation's awesome.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
And the Creature from Black Lagoon is awesome.
Yeah, his motives are usually unknown, though. He's just a creature in a black lagoon.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
funny. I didn't realize the Wolfman was Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yep.
So it's like a bet I could throw a football in the mountains.
I used to love when he throws the pizza at Napoleon. God! I haven't seen him forever.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Yep.
Let's see. I watched Bruce Willis's Death Wish.
Oh.
But Amazon Prime buffered a lot, so I watched it like really slowly. Like I get to see a minute of it, and then it would buffer, and then the next minute it would buffer, and it's like,
It's like an Eli Roth.
I watched it over a few days.
It's like the prime equivalent of watching like clip at a time on YouTube, like 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10.
And that's a weird movie. Like, because Eli Roth, there are some like really gruesome deaths that are kind of cool. But overall, it just kind of feels like Bruce Willis is sort of there.
He's been doing that a lot lately. I haven't been that interested in him in movies lately because he was the same way in Glass.
Yeah.
He seemed really disinterested.
Yeah. Like sometimes it picks up, and other times, yeah. But I haven't seen the Bronson one in a long time.
The Bronson one is a good movie. Certainly doesn't hold up in terms of like.
From what I remember,
content,
it feels
but-
like it's really edgy and dark, and this one seems a little.
Yeah.
I mean, even for Eli Roth, a little like cleaned up.
Yeah,
'Cause
well, because the first Death Wish is pretty dark, and then it gets really goofy, like over the top, violent, and
Yeah, and then the sequels get even worse.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the first one's the most grounded.
I laugh, but yeah,
Yeah. I mean, like Kersey's a normal guy who gets flipped off and just starts shooting people, but like, I mean, like the problem is that like I have a hard time watching the original Death Wish right now nowadays, but like the remake, all I've heard is just like it has no idea how to like plant its foot on something, so I don't know.
Yeah, this one I don't know if it's the same as the original, but like he's a surgeon.
No,
Already.
And he's afraid of guns.
Yeah.
Like he's
Kersey in the series has had like various different he started off as not an insurance agent, like he starts off as something else. Like, by the end of it, I don't know what he's doing, but he's hanging out with a lady that Michael Parks fucks up. So
and then his wife Elizabeth Shue gets murdered, but his daughter is in a coma. I think she gets raped in the original.
Yeah, it's in the second one too. I can't remember.
In the second one, she gets thrown out a
That's
window.
right. She gets thrown out a window and killed.
Yeah. So
directed by Michael Winner.
And then Vincent D'Onofrio plays his brother in it. And he's like, you kind of get the sense that he's an ex-con. So the police and the detective team, I don't know who the woman was, but the main detective is from Breaking Bad.
Dean Norris.
Yeah. So they're thinking it's the vigilante that Bruce Willis is. They actually think is his brother.
Yeah.
So he kind of gets framed a little bit. But yeah, Bruce Willis just, the more he kind of tries to track down these guys that killed his wife, he just crosses the line more and more. And then it ends like really abruptly. And then like the home invasion guys are kind of jokey. So yeah, anyway.
Yeah, the home invasion people in the original think they're funny too, but they're not. They're creepy AF.
Yeah. I also watched a Michael Keaton movie from the 80s called The Squeeze, which was really odd.
I've seen the cover for this. I've never seen the movie, but the cover of it is he's squeezed in between the World Trade Center.
Yeah. So he plays an artist, but not a street artist, but what do you call it?
A graphic artist.
No, it's like like a performance, not a performance artist.
Street performer.
He's just an artist that does. It's not like an art on a wall. It's sculptures and like really abstract
murals.
Stuff.
Mural artist?
No. Sculptures and
okay.
So like the main thing in the movie is he's building this triceratops out of TVs and junk. And this is I think it's like 88, so it's the New York kind of at the same time as Ninja Turtles and Jason Takes Manhattan. So it's like the grimy still New York, but he has this giant warehouse near the docks, which an artist could totally afford that. And it's this, 12, 20-foot triceratops built out of TVs and junk. And, it's really hard to follow. There's a murder, like his ex-wife steals this thing and then leaves in her apartment. Someone tries to go get it and they get murdered. But she splits to, the Bahamas or something, and then tricks Michael Keaton into getting it for her. And then he gets implicated by these mobsters or whatever, and by the end you find out that the device is like a magnet that, like, if you put it under the lottery balls when they shake them, it picks the numbers that they want. It's kind of lame. There's like this company that's trying to they're going to steal this money by tricking the lottery. Michael Keaton's great in it and fun, but it's just I'm not sure. It's just a weird plot.
Yeah, you're describing it, I go,
Yeah,
it doesn't fit the poster art.
Yeah, and then Rae-Dawn Chong is it? Yeah, I think that's her. She's a private investigator, I think, and she starts out as like a summons person, and then she when she fails at summoning Michael Keaton for whatever court thing he had to do with his ex-wife, she gets into private investigating as like a better profession, and then so she gets implicated in the murder and mystery, and it's all over the place. And I was like, is this movie 3 hours long? It's just,
always a good sign.
Yeah, and Joe Pantoliano is like his buddy, and they do cons together. Yeah. So anyway,
The Squeeze, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It felt like one of those movies where like those actors were big at the time, so they just put them in something.
Yeah. It's like one of those comedies where I'm just like, yeah, that's right.
Maybe we
that
paid a
did
ton of
come
money
out.
for this script that we actually don't like. So
Yeah.
but we have to get it made, or else the rights or something. Yeah.
Or we need to fill the schedule with something.
Something I did like was I went and saw the movie The Sword of Trust.
Oh, Mark Maron.
With Mark Maron. It's a small, like, interesting film. Mark Maron plays a pawn shop owner, and then the female villain from 22 Jump Street. I don't know her name.
Jillian Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She and her in the movie, her partner, her dad dies, and they go to like clear out his estate, and they think they're going to get his house, but he's got a reverse mortgage, so the bank is getting his house, and they get his antique Civil War sword. And with the sword is a bunch of documents that their dad wrote saying that the South won the Civil War, and it was a Union sword. And then they decide, okay, well, let's try to pawn it and use this story that he wrote. And Mark Maron's not buying it until he goes on, his assistant goes on YouTube, and he shows all these like Civil War, I guess, truthers who think the South won. He's like, fuck those guys. Like, if they're going to pay $50,000 for shit like this, I'm going to get that sword from these people. So he, after turning them away, he calls them back and says, like, I'll take your sword now for like $500. And they know something's up. So they conspire together to eventually go together and try to grift these Civil War people. And, hijinks ensue. And it's, it's like maybe 2-3 locations entirely, and it kind of feels like Clerks because it's all like in the pawn shop or outside the pawn shop. And then Mark Maron, and it's kind of about like the lies or the stories we tell to like get through life. And it kind of starts out with Mark Maron. There's like this girl who comes to the pawn shop, and she seems like she's just trying to sell her poems, but it's really he thinks she's he knows her. And she has a history of drug abuse. So it's like he's just trying to get money out of him so she can get high again.
Right.
But you eventually find out that she actually needs it to fix her car so she can keep her job and everything. But, he's done with the lies. So by the end, he kind of has to... He kind of feels like, I should keep believing in people and not shut them down. So yeah, I thought it was it's really funny too. Like, eventually it goes awry and it gets really dangerous and creepy.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
The trailers kept playing all over the landmarks, so I want to check it out.
Yeah, and the last 3 things I saw, season 3 of Glow is on Netflix. A lot less wrestling in this season. It's really like very character driven. And the girls are in Vegas, and they're kind of on autopilot because the show is just doing well. And it's kind of like, it feels like a bridge season into whatever's next.
Okay.
And there's a lot more focus on the supporting characters, really, like Ruth and Debbie, like have big stuff to do, but it's not like about their conflict anymore. It's about everyone else's stuff. And Bash actually gets a lot more to do because he kind of like Sam kind of mellows out, and because it's a live show, he has nothing to direct, like so he gets to write his screenplay and reconnect with his daughter. But Bash gets a big head and starts taking over the show and like forcing people to do stuff they don't want to do, and you figure more about his like secrets. It's awesome. And there's also less like 80s music, which I was surprised, like less famous stuff compared to the other seasons, so they probably cut the music budget. Batman Hush came out. Actually, I'll save that for last because I know you watched it.
Okay.
And the last thing I saw other than that was Hobbs and Shaw.
Nice.
Which
on Black Superman.
Which is fun. Unfortunately, like all the cool stuff is in the trailer. Like the outrageous stuff. And then some of their banter back and forth is just kind of like not that witty.
It's I think I said on the podcast last week, it's just a fun movie. I mean, it's one where you just say, "Oh, I'm just going to sit back and watch this." And
I appreciate that movie didn't lie to me. It was exactly what it was supposed to be.
I didn't expect amazing things, but I was hoping there would still be like some like cool spectacle left over that I get to see. But again, the trailer pretty much has all of it.
If that robot voice had been who apparently it was supposed to be, that would have been amazing.
What is that? Like, I have no idea what that's a reference to.
That's called a pointless setup, my friend. That's what that's called.
That was the most interesting part of the movie for me because it's like, who?
But apparently it was supposed to be Keanu Reeves, which that would have been fun. I mean, it would have been just another cameo.
Keanu hasn't been in the other.
Hobbs and Shaw.
It's someone they know. I mean, Keanu hasn't been in the other movies, as far as I know. So, like, what?
I'm coming for you. Now, excuse me. I've got to keep driving this bus.
And I heard people having problems with the cameos, but I thought they were fun. And it makes sense because
I think Ryan Reynolds was awesome.
David Leitch directed Deadpool, so all those people would be in it. Yeah, especially the end. He's like thinks he got shot.
Yeah. Oh no, that's someone else's blood.
Yeah. And guess what? It's really easy to put a brick through somebody. I had no idea. So yeah, it's fun and insane, but again, like suddenly we're in a world of like superhumans and like where'd that come from?
Doesn't make any sense.
This whole franchise started with Paul Walker asking for tuna no crust. That's how it fucking began, guys.
Yeah, and then Batman Hush, the latest Batman DC animated film.
I'm not familiar with Hush as a storyline. I think I told Ryan.
The comic storyline is amazing. It was a 12-issue year-long arc, and they introduced like a new villain into the Batman universe. And what I liked about that was the mystery of Hush.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the movie
they change it a lot.
And if you watch the special features, they are like, well, we don't really know how to do justice to that mystery, so we're just going to focus on Batman and Catwoman and their relationship. I'm like, that's fine, but like, do it in another titled movie, like, you know, like
I just call it Batman Catwoman.
Batman Catwoman, like they did Batman and Harley Quinn, like just do Batman Catwoman, do a different story.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I thought it was interesting. I think they took, the twist on the twist is, I think, an interesting take on it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's pretty, like, shocking stuff in it. You know, the corpse of Thomas Elliot just hanging out and...
oh, yeah.
I mean, and I understand what they were doing. And, I mean, I had fun with it. Here's the thing is, it's the only letdown for me is I still think Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is awesome. And I think it's kind of a letdown from that.
Yeah.
But it is. It went from, the Hush storyline is, a villain of the month, and Batman working through this mystery while fighting his greatest villains.
Yeah. I
mean, Killer Croc doesn't show up in it.
Yeah, and they if you watch the special features, but they switched it to Bane because they did Killer Croc in another one recently. Like there was a big fight with Killer Croc, so they didn't want to like do that again. And also the weird part is they're shoehorning it into the continuity of the recent movies.
Yeah.
So like Damian's in there, which he wasn't
really
in the
weird
comics.
scene. Yeah. Telling him to use protection when he fucks Catwoman.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's disappointing when like I want to see like if you can't do the mystery justice, just don't do it. Like, or I don't see why they have to be like 70 minutes. Like, why can't they just do a 3-part Hush or something?
Yeah,
stretch it out.
I understand. Again, I think because Hush is so well known. I mean,
yeah, they address that too. Like, how do you keep the mystery if people already know the comic? But again, people are probably watching the animated because they haven't seen the comic.
I did like the ending when Catwoman decided to kill Hush, and they had a falling out with Batman about where do you draw the line, and I thought it was
that was
really,
in the comics though, right?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting that they kept that in there.
Yeah, but it also like it jettisoned like really cool stuff I liked from this, like the whole Jason Todd part. Like,
well, that might not work now because of him being already resurrected, and
but again, it was.
Do you have the first appearance of the Red Hood as Jason Todd?
Yeah, I have that whole arc. Yeah,
those books are worth a lot of money now.
Are they? Sweet.
Yeah, I think the first appearance of him, I was at a comic store.
I have variants of him too.
Yeah, I was at Hero headquarters last weekend. They're selling it for like $200.
That's
sweet.
Still, one of my favorite animated ones is Batman Under the Red Hood.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is. Sorry, John DiMaggio is the Joker. I was just
the Joker in this one was not that good.
Who was playing him?
It was Batman, right? He was playing both roles, right?
I think so. Maybe I'll look at it.
But I mean, Joker in the Hush line doesn't do much except get framed. So
yeah, and that's fine. But they had. The fight with Clayface was fun.
Yeah,
and I think the reveal is cool.
But it was cooler in the comics, is what I'm saying. Like, because the whole thing with Thomas Elliot, like he screws with Batman so much and like so effectively. He doesn't get to that. Like even in like I think the second scene you see him in after Batman gets injured and he like repairs him. He gives a look to the camera of like, I'm clearly the villain. Whereas like you didn't figure that out until way down the line in the comics.
Have they done Long Halloween yet?
No.
They should do Long Halloween.
They haven't, but I got a thing where they.
His name's Jason Spisak.
Okay.
The Joker.
Okay.
But yeah, he hasn't much to do anyway, so.
Yeah, but
that's cool. John DiMaggio doesn't have a lot.
Yeah, he's great. I think if he's the Joker and other things. Anyways,
but it's also weird too. It's like I think it's the same guy who adapted The Killing Joke, and he wrote this into a romance between Batman and Catwoman, and then he added that like really unnecessary hookup between him and Batgirl and into The Killing Joke. It's just like, where's their head at on these? Like, just people just want to see the comic animated.
Yeah.
So
Like I said, do long Halloween.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm worried now. Like, what are they going to change to that one? That's another like 12-issue arc that is probably the smartest of them all.
I will say I did watch Batman Ninja finally, and I enjoyed the artwork. I mean,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Couldn't really care about the story, but like it was fine. I was just there to watch Batman look like he was in Japan. So
Yeah, the art's great in it. It's just the story isn't much there's much there. So yeah.
I liked it. It's fun. I think Harley Quinn was fun in it.
Yeah,
she's getting a little more to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Riddler gets.
Yeah, and I guess too, I wanted the Joker to look more like Jim Lee's Joker.
Oh, that's the other thing too. Is like the art.
Like Catwoman looked like Jim Lee's Catwoman, but the rest of it was.
Jim Lee's art is so striking and iconic. Like,
I mean, you can't replicate it in a cartoon. I get that,
right? But it's missing.
Yeah, maybe take the character designs though, because he makes the Joker with that really long nose and the really pointed chin, very unique. He's a great artist. Zach, what'd you watch this week?
Watched a couple things. After we recorded on Saturday, I rewatched Oh Brother Where Art Thou on Blu-ray. I hadn't watched it on Blu-ray before. I'd only watched it on a DVD that my dad owned for years because that's his favorite movie of all time.
Good one.
It actually looks really good on the 4K TV.
Wait, Coen Brothers make good-looking films?
They do. What I was worried about, though, was that the Blu-ray that I got, since it was an older Blu-ray, was not going to look as good.
Disney, though, they do a great job.
It looks good. I'd like them to do another transfer if possible, please, Disney. You seem to be putting out The Black Hole this week. You can do Oh Brother Where Art Thou again.
Oh Brother Where Art Thou should be a Criterion.
I agree. Now, if you and I can convince them to do it...
I'm sure it's not Criterion. I'm sure it's Disney.
I want them to do that and then also get Burn After Reading and Hail Caesar and do the Knucklehead trilogy because that's the arc that they do with Clooney. But like I said, that movie's amazing. It's one of my favorite films to watch. I was singing along to the songs again. I've appreciated Holly Hunter in the movie a lot more this time around. Like, she doesn't have a lot to do in the movie, but what she's given to do is fun. She has great banter back and forth with George Clooney in it, and the wonderful movie. I did 3 fitness cinema sessions since we last all saw each other. The first one was I got to travel exactly 30 years into the past and do 1989 Batman on the treadmill. That was lots of fun. That Prince soundtrack is very good to run to. And when you hear Danny Elfman's March, when you're busting on the treadmill, you not going to lie, you can feel like a badass. Not me. I feel like an idiot regardless. But
just imagine Zach running on the treadmill.
If there weren't people around me the whole time, because that room was crowded that day, like people in and out staying, I would have done that out loud.
Getting thin now. Gonna lose my fat.
Gonna get thin right now. But yeah, I was able to get 8.95 bat miles out of it and burn 1,353 bat calories on a bat treadmill. And then continuing that trend, though, the other fitness cinema session was Batman Forever. That movie's still goofy as fuck.
Might be a long run.
Yeah, it's 2 hours flat. The neon, like the Dayglow Schumacher lighting made it very hard to pay attention. Like at points, I was just looking back at the. I
think Val Kilmer's an awful Batman.
He's not good.
He just seems bored.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be there. That's for sure. I like Jim Carrey as a performer. This is the first time I just could care less of him being in the movie. Tommy Lee Jones, God bless him.
Too.
God bless him, though he's trying, but I don't think he wants to fucking be there.
I think he's way overdoing it.
Yeah,
everything in that movie is just garish and overdone.
Everybody saw the first 2 Batmans and said, "Oh, this is how you do this."
Well, I mean, Schumacher said in special features on it that he's only knows the Batman '66 show, and I can see how he got.
That's definitely the case with Batman and Robin.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It exists.
Yeah. You know what? Right. You know what's fine though. I was able to get 8.75 bat miles out of it. 1,362 bat calories burned on a bat treadmill. So, but the last fitness cinema session that I did this week was Rocky IV. And Ryan, you were asking me last episode, like people who want to get started and whatnot. This is a good starter film because it's only 91 minutes. Consequently, that's the shortest Rocky movie, and it shows because there's like about 15 to 20 minutes worth of montage in the movie that I'd forgotten about. It's great montage. I just forgot how much montage was in it. And I like the character of Polly.
It's gonna take a montage. Show a lot of things happening at once. Remind everybody what's going on.
Even Rocky had a montage.
Every scene show a little improvement. It's short, I would take too long. That's called a montage. I know that whole song.
I don't know the whole lyrics, but I love.
Even Rocky had a montage. Make sure you fade out to show what time has passed in a montage.
But anyway, Rocky IV though, that's a wonderful, insane movie that I still enjoy.
That's all right.
That James Brown performance before Creed goes into the ring goes way too long, but yet I fucking love it. Paulie's got a robot. Why? I don't know. Paulie whines a lot in this one, more than he's ever done before. Why? I don't know, but I don't care. It's fine because I get Hearts on Fire and that fucking awesome montage where he gets on top of the mountain and yells Drago. Yeah, it's a fun time. I was able to get a lot of fun out of that, and I got like 6.5 miles out of it. So can't beat that. Let's see. I picked up News Radio, the complete series, for very, very cheap on Amazon, and I've been rewatching that. That show fucking rocks. Phil Hartman makes me laugh. Like,
I need to watch that show like I need a hole in the head.
Wow. Do you not like News Radio? Really?
That's all right.
Yeah.
I don't like Andy Dick, so.
Okay, yeah.
Phil Hartman's amazing. Andy Dick is.
Yeah, no, he's an asshole. You can say it.
Is a butt knocker.
And it's a shame because he's really good on the show, but I'm like, nah, I don't care. I know what you are. And I mean, honestly, though, I really like Dave Foley a lot, Kids in the Hall and all that stuff, so he's fun to watch.
A lot of people came away from that show, like Stephen Root and Joe Rogan.
Stephen Root's my favorite, my second favorite part of News Radio, period, the first being Phil Hartman. Stephen Root on News Radio is fucking amazing. I found out he's on Barry recently, and it's making me want to watch Barry because I want to watch Stephen Root.
Yeah, no, when you watch stuff like that, it just makes you realize how great a performer Phil Hartman is and what a senseless tragedy what happened to him.
Dude, yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, and I haven't gotten to the John Lovitz season yet, obviously, but, he's fine in it. They end it how they need to end it, but it is a shame.
I'm taking over.
Consequently, though, this week, though, I did go through the entire series of The Critic again. This is the first time where I was just like, okay, not all the movie parodies are working for me. So at this point, I'm just kind of going in for the stories about Jay Sherman and his life. So the Jurassic Park one still works, where the raptor tells them how they're going to escape on a crude raft down a sail barge and then smokes a pipe. But outside of that,
I haven't seen a movie in so long, I don't even know.
Yeah.
A show.
It's a fun show. I recommend, go back and check it out. And then the last thing I saw was a giant fucking hawk outside on my goddamn fence that was going after a goddamn dead rabbit.
Nice.
And I took a video of it. I made a short film of it. You can only see it on Instagram and eventually Netflix because they buy fucking anything.
Nice.
And they'll apparently cancel anything because the OA's gone. So I wasn't watching the OA, but I saw everybody was pissed off about the OA going away.
I know what you're talking about.
But I was giving the mascot.
Some might not know about me, Joe Rogan. I smoke crack.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and Joe Rogan's fun on News Radio too. Yeah, no, he's fun. Anyway, yeah, that's all I watched this week.
I saw Dave Chappelle at Red Ox this week too.
Oh, you did?
Fucking nice.
Nice with Jon Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Did I talk about I was a Mel Warbride last week?
You did not, and I want to know about.
Oh, okay. I can't remember because my things blend together.
We were.
I was a Mel Warbride.
No, it's my fault. I overwhelmed you with my dumb joke about it, but I really did want to know what you thought of the movie.
Oh no, it's awesome. So things I watched this week. I was a Mel Warbride, starring Cary Grant, and
shocker,
right? And in it, he plays a French lieutenant who falls in love with an American lieutenant, and they at the end of World War II, there is some program. This is a true story, and the guy wrote a book called Azamel War Bride, and he had to get a special passport to get to America to go live with her, and the only way he can do it is if he was a bride, and it's really funny because he doesn't try. So he shows up to where all the military wives are, and they have to take a boat back to America, and he sits there, and they look at him, and they're like, Miss Rochard, you're not a Miss Rochard. No, don't you see? I'm a war bride. And so he goes through this whole thing with all these women, and it's like Screwball probably at its best. He's really funny in it.
So he's not pulling a Charlie's Aunt where he's like wearing a dress or anything.
Oh, he does.
Okay.
So Ann Sheridan is the person he falls in love with, and she's great in it.
Ann Sheridan,
yeah.
who is great in George Washington Slept Here. Sorry, I just wanted to get that plug in.
It's directed by Howard Hawks, so it moves really quickly. And at the end, so the big selling point, I guess, I was reading a thing by Leonard Maltin, who is Cary Grant is in drag in it, and he's only in drag for maybe 2 minutes, 5 minutes maybe. So they make it all the way to the boat, and they get past the guys who are checking him in. They get onto the boat, and the Navy won't let him on the boat because he's not a female.
Right.
So him and Ann Sheridan go down, and they cut a tail off a horse, and they put it around him for a wig. and they just, the whole bit is how he's an ugly woman.
Yeah.
And he's not even trying to be a female. And he gets on the ship. And when he gets on the ship, a woman goes into labor, and so he has to go help deliver it. And they find out that he's not a woman because he takes off his hat, and it's ridiculous. It's a great movie. It's one of my that and The Hawk and the Eagle that I've watched recently are really great films of his.
I love when Howard Hawks does silly comedies or screwball comedies. Like he had a gift for it. He did really good action flicks, but
oh yeah. Well, I think with Screwball you need that timing too.
Yeah,
that you have in action film.
He had a keen eye on how to time that shit perfectly. And actually, I'm gonna say I don't know where you could find a decent looking copy of it. I find one, I'll let you know. But you might like Charlie's Aunt with Jack Benny then, because it's somewhat similar in the respect that he's got to impersonate a woman, but I would say it's a little more Doubtfire-ish. But I want to see Cary Grant
it's funny
wear a horsetail wig.
Because Cary Grant doesn't care, and it's kind of a funny take where he doesn't become feminine. Yeah. He's still Cary Grant. And, I mean, there's a funny scene where he's really tired, and he see, these are things I like in these kind of movies. So they can only get a motorcycle and a sidecar, but the United States military won't let him drive because he doesn't have a motorcycle license. So Ann Sheridan has to drive. Yeah. And so he falls asleep in the sidecar, and these little German kids start it and makes it drive away. And so he's asleep while it's going through this town. It's totally stupid, but it's really funny. I also watched Blonde Venus, which a lot of people say is his breakout role.
Yeah, it's with Marlene Dietrich.
It's with Marlene Dietrich, and she's really great in it. So the film is Marlene Dietrich is married to this guy, and they don't have a lot of money, and he has to go to Europe because he's dying of some disease they never really specify, and it costs $1,500 for him to take a boat over to England or Europe, and the only way they can get the money is if she goes back and performs, and she used to be a cabaret dancer, so she's performing, and while she's there, she meets dashing millionaire Cary Grant, and Cary Grant becomes smitten with her. And so he pays for the husband to go, I mean, obviously for nefarious reasons, pays the husband to go to Europe to get better. While he's gone, he inserts himself into her and her son's life, and she ends up falling for him. So the husband comes back completely healed, and she decides that she's going to leave the husband for Cary Grant. But when the husband threatens to sue her for having the affair and taking the son, she goes on the run. And so it's basically a travelogue movie of her and her son going from place to place while they're being pursued by police and her husband. And she eventually gets tired of running, and he catches up to her in, I think it's in New Orleans, and the husband, and he's like, here's $1,500 because this is all that matters to me. I'm taking our son. So he leaves her at the train station, takes the kid. She becomes destitute for a little bit, and she eventually decides she's going to go make it on her own. And so she goes to Paris, becomes this really big star. Cary Grant shows up again and says, you should come back with me, and you owe it to your son to go see him again. And so she does, and there's this really great scene with them, and she ends up going to marry Cary Grant. And so it's just her seeing her. It ends with her telling the story they told at the beginning of how they fell in love, and now the son wants to hear it again when they're not in love, and it's pretty remarkable. It's a really great film. I don't like it as much as Mel War Bride, but I mean it's a
different.
Yeah, but I mean it's really heady subject matter for 1932, and there's also nudity in it that I wasn't expecting. Like there's a bunch of women swimming in the pond at the beginning naked. But Dietrich,
I used to imagine the Hays Code people just going hey, wait, that got past it. What?
Well, I read that film had a lot of problems, and von Strasberg,
Okay, so full disclosure, I haven't seen this movie before, but you're telling me von Strasberg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right, because it's that box set.
Yeah. He's the first director I've seen in that early a film that has a very distinct style.
Yeah.
I mean, besides the Leo McCarey's, I mean, McCarey was good at setting up stuff. Howard Hawks is a great director, but he purposely puts things in front of the camera, and then he also makes things blurry behind. It's really unique.
He has an ethereal quality to him.
Yeah, and
he puts a lot of stuff in the foreground.
Exactly.
It's interesting.
It's very interesting. So it's a good movie. I also watched a documentary called Scary Stories, which is about the Scary Story books.
I did too, so I lied. I did see it.
And I liked it for the most part. I liked it when they were talking about the books being banned and what the books went through. And I also thought it was really interesting how he had the writer Alvin Schwartz had a fractured relationship with his son, and his son was grappling with the legacy his dad had from these silly books.
Yeah.
But I had what I lost interest in it is when they had actors telling you the stories from Scary Stories.
Yeah. Yeah. It didn't bother me as much, but I could have done without it.
Yeah, if they cut that part out, because it's still like 90 minutes, they could have cut out that 5 minutes.
Yeah, you could have gotten rid of that. They also repeat news clips a lot, within the span of 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's really bizarre.
To reemphasize, it's that same news clip about the book banning. I think the movie's worth it to watch that confrontation, quote unquote, between the woman who was trying to ban the books at the specific district and Alvin Schwartz's son.
Yeah, and because I got the DVD because it was, I think, $6 at Walmart, and it has 40 minutes of other interviews, and the first 10 minutes are Alvin Schwartz's wife, and she's really interesting. And I'm like, why do they? See, I would have put those in and got rid of the girl telling the kids the stories, because even like the little animated things they have, I thought were really well done.
Yeah,
and really interesting.
I think there's a focus issue with the movie in terms of it.
I can tell it's not someone who's made a documentary before.
Yeah, I mean, like, I never want to give anybody like not enough credit for like attempting to compile a bunch of information and throw it at the screen at you, but like there is a little bit of a muddleness to it. It's not. You should still watch it because it's informative.
I think it's very fascinating.
Yeah, it's just that I wish there was a little more of a spit and polish to it.
Yeah.
I will say that it because I did not grow up severely with the Scary Stories books. I knew what they were. I had read them. We'll talk about it in the film, but there's ones that I remember that we watched in the film later. But the ones that I remember the most are like, the Red Dot and stuff like that. Hearing others speak about them and their passion for it made watching our film this week a much more interesting experience than it would have been if I had not watched the documentary.
Yep. So this week we went and saw Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Brad, did you have a chance to see Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark?
I did not. So I'm going to make up my review.
Cool. Should people go see it?
Oh, sure, definitely. Why not? I mean, it's just 2 hours of your time and $12 probably, so why not?
Heck yeah. Zach, should people go see Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark?
Brad, it's 108 minutes, please.
So irresponsible.
I would. We'll talk about it in the review, but it's not perfect, but I really had fun with it. I enjoyed it. and it's one of those just like fun, breezy flicks that I would definitely put on in the background when I want to do something. And I think the performances are fantastic from the lead kids, and the visual effects and the makeup and practical stuff is astounding. So I would definitely check it out.
I'd also like to add that I thought the stories were really scary, and they're great to tell in the dark.
Perfect review.
Where's my club?
As a huge fan of these books,
Ryan, should people go see the movie?
Weird, I never hear you talk about them.
No. I adore these books when I was a kid. I never believed in censorship, and neither did my parents. I used to be able to read, watch whatever I wanted. So when I was watching the documentary and they're talking about how grotesque the pictures are, I always looked at them as they told the story very well.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're creepy. But, you know, anyways, the movie, I really like this movie. It's a PG-13 horror film, but it pushes limits.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
The red spot, that was pretty gruesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, go see it. I mean, it's a horror film, and it's a clever way to do an anthology. And yeah, the practical effects in it are pretty amazing.
Yeah.
There's one, the Jangly Man was okay when he was morphing and stuff, but when he was on screen and he wasn't being CG'd, was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's a trailer for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Some people believe if we repeat stories often enough, they become real. They make us who we are. That can be scary.
Eat it, Harold.
Do you want to see a haunted house?
Some kids went missing, so they boarded it up.
Okay, we saw it. Should we go now?
Who ordered the chicken?
What's that?
It's a book of scary stories. Tell me a story. Hey, what's going on?
Tommy's missing.
Tommy's name was in the book. There's no way it's actually connected, right? Okay, what if what happens in the book is exactly what's happened for real? Oh my god. Andy!
Stella!
Listen, you're in the next story. We're reading it right here.
It's a corpse looking for her missing toe.
I'm afraid that we woke something up.
You shouldn't have taken the book.
We've got to stop it.
Sarah Bellows' book, where the stories write themselves and it all comes alive.
The Jangly Man is coming.
So I didn't grow up in an environment where my folks told me I couldn't read the books, so I had no idea that there was a censorship thing behind this. But this film,
I was around for it. Refresh my memory on what the controversy is because I didn't read them, but I was aware of them.
So the pictures are pretty macabre, and
the
stories. I mean, they deal with cannibalism. The Harold story in the movie is pretty toned down.
Yeah.
In the book, so Harold is a scarecrow that looks like somebody in town, and these kids used to throw rocks at it. In the book, one night he's on top of a barn skinning someone alive.
Yeah.
They changed it a little bit in the movie.
And these were directed at kids?
Yeah.
Or kids just found them.
It's Alvin Schwartz took folk tales that already existed and repurposed them, retold them, but was intelligent enough, and I did not know this when I read the books as a kid, so I should have looked at the back of the fucking book. He put the sources of where these folk tales come from.
Yep.
And part of what scared parents unreasonably was that because these drawings were so unique and detailed and beautiful, they saw them as trash that their children shouldn't be reading.
Dangerous. Okay.
Yeah, and you're dealing with zombies, blood, guts.
Yeah.
But he also wrote
all the cool things.
So in the 3 books, there's always one. So they're basically broken down in sections, and there's always one section where these are scary but funny scary. So this they blended 2 stories. With the big toe and another monster, and in it, this kid is like digging in the garden, finds a toe, cuts it off, and his mom puts it in the soup, and they eat it. And then later that night, there's a ghost or a zombie that goes, "Where's my toe?" In this film, they do that, but they combine another story monster from it, and it's really the zombie in this with the lady with the hollow face is fucking amazing, and it's shot really well because the guy who did it to Troll Hunter and The Autopsy of Jane Doe,
so he's Andre Overdahl.
He's a very accomplished filmmaker. But in the story, this girl finds a book written by a young woman who was
Sarah Bellows,
who was put in the cellar by her family, and the legend around her is she would tell stories through the wall, and after the kids heard the stories, they would die. So she finds it, and as they're sitting there, the stories write themselves, and so it's a setup for each. It's an anthology without being an anthology where there's set pieces.
Yeah.
So like the toe one was, I think that like the monster for the toe was amazing.
Yeah.
And it was creepy. Even the Pell lady was really creepy. Like, it's just, and the kids are fun in it.
Yep.
And the kids die in it, so there is like a real sense of dread.
Yeah.
And even so, they changed the story with Harold, where the jock asshole kid stabs Harold with a pitchfork. And then Harold takes it out of him and stabs the kid with it.
Yeah, that was the moment that my eyes perked up in the theater, and I was like, oh, this is PG-13? Okay.
And the kid slowly turns into a scarecrow himself, and he starts vomiting like straw.
And this will tell you how effective this is as a horror film. So we've talked about this in the past where a good horror film will make you see something that you didn't actually see. Like with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's always the blood, or Psycho, it's the stab in the shower. I swore I thought for like 10 seconds that I saw blood coming out of that kid when he stabbed in the pitchfork, and I was like, no, that can't be, because that's not allowed.
It's shot in a way where it looks like it's blood, and then they pull in tight and you see him like pulling straw out.
Yeah, and it's so good. And
it's by a guy who knows how to shoot
and
horror.
the Harold puppet,
it was awesome.
Oh god, I loved it. I only have one complaint about the film, really, to be honest, and I want to watch it again because I may feel differently if I see it a second time, but I wasn't a huge fan of the. I think that the allegory to the time, this time it's set, was a little too on the nose.
Yeah,
but I appreciated things that they did within that to make it fun. Like I liked the Romero homage. I thought the Romero homage was very wonderful and sweet. But yeah, the allusions and the metaphors within it for
it's a little heavy-handed.
It's heavy-handed. I know why they did it. I don't disagree with it. I just wish it was toned down a little bit and a little more subtle, a little bit more easy to read. But it doesn't like detract me from wanting to go see it again. It's not even close to a detractor. And I appreciate that they found a different angle in which to do it, because otherwise, if you did it in the 80s, it would just be it. But if you did do it in the 80s, you could find a way, as long as you're going hog wild, to sew in a B story or something about banning scary books, which would have been interesting.
Yeah, it's really well done.
Yeah,
and they gave the source material a lot of
there's a lot of care behind this.
because, like I mentioned with the red spot, so the red spot, I mean, it's the story everyone's heard. This girl gets bit by a spider. She thinks she has a spider bite, and it turns out it's just a bunch of baby spiders.
She loses it, and it is, it's unnerving.
I mean, in the movie, her whole cheek explodes.
Mm-hmm.
And they give you, like, little glimpses of it. Like,
Yeah.
You never see it full on, but you can see that she's messed up pretty bad.
Yeah, I think the scene that scared me the most is, so at a certain point, the young lady gets put into the book because she's got to go find Sarah Bellows and confront her. But when she's brought into the book, she's made up to look like Sarah Bellows herself to the Sarah Bellows family.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bellows capture her and throw her into Sarah Bellows' room in the dungeon. And she is, like, terrified beyond all belief
She's
because
a great
the door's
actress.
going to get locked. She's really good.
I really like because it was clever in so much that they actually tackled, like, the Flint water thing where the Bellows family was poisoning the water and it was killing the children.
Right.
And they made up a story so it grew into a folktale of Sarah was the one who was doing it. So they purposely killed her for wanting to reveal the secrets.
So in that sense, this movie is very much a wonderful tribute to Alvin Schwartz's work as an author.
Oh, yeah.
Which, not just the stories he created, but his actual dedication to his work.
Yep.
And also, any chance a movie has to put in wax cylinders, I'm all down for that, because nobody does it anymore.
So I think you should go see it. It's scary. It's fun.
Yeah. Do a sequel setup, and at first I walked out, I was like, how dare they do a sequel setup? I'm like, oh wait, no, there are 2 more volumes of those books. No, please, give me more.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine.
It'd be interesting. I mean,
Dean Norris plays a good dad.
Yeah.
Dean Norris is a good dad.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, no, and I just want to tell Guillermo del Toro that I thought the monsters were wonderful. And I think you do the monsters really well. And I love you, Guillermo del Toro.
You're not Mexican, that's racist.
Well, he loves the monsters.
He does.
And I do love Guillermo del Toro a lot.
He's a fun filmmaker.
Yeah, he is. I actually also found it interesting that the writers of the latter Saw movies were originally or listed as among the writers for the original story. So that's pretty interesting. Good for them.
Yep. Next week, Zach will be in New Hampshire.
Yes, I will be out
finally
taking care of some stuff, and then I'll come back in a week.
So. Brad and I will be seeing Good Boys.
Should be fun.
Now, you boys be good.
Meh.
Can you leave sooner?
I love the new trailer where the little black boy says, "Oh, I guess this is before African Americans were in movies." I'm from Canada. When they're talking to Seth Rogen, they're talking about how Superbad hasn't aged well. Yeah, we saw Superbad. You saw that movie? Yeah, and Sausage Party. You saw that movie too? What'd you think? Me, it was okay. Where's the black people in your film? I guess you made this before black people were in movies. I'm from Canada. It's good
but yeah, you guys see Good Boys next week, and then I don't even know what the following week is.
Something. We'll figure it out. Thanks for listening.
The movie.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Real Nerds Podcast. Real Nerds Podcast is a production of Nebulous Visions Multimedia. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill and Plan 9 Studios for our kick-ass theme song. Also, if you're in the Denver area and you're looking for a cool place to see movies, we see them at the Alamo Draft House in Littleton and now also in Sloan's Lake. Thank you to Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics for supplying us with all our comic needs, especially you, Andrew. You know who you are. And a big shout out to James's mom. I'm giving you an electronic hug that you can feel through the airwaves. Thanks for listening, and have a nice day.